That delivery woman that I saw earlier this morning was you, right?
Yes, it was. I didn't like the fact that you decided to point and laugh at me like that.
Sorry, but I just couldn't help it. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw you delivering newspapers. That's the kind of job that broke students do. You're a full-grown adult already.
It's actually pretty fun delivering newspapers. You should give it a try sometime.
There's no way I would ever do that. That's not the kind of job that I should be doing. I'm not trying to say that delivering newspapers is a pathetic job or anything. It's just that I have a certain standard for the jobs that I'd be willing to do. Delivering newspapers is very far away from that standard.
I see. What kind of job is suitable for a person like you, then? I would love to find out.
Let me think. There are a lot of possibilities. A really well-paid secretary at a large company would be a job I could do. I'd also be willing to do a creative job where my talents could be put to use, and I also have some interest in finance-related jobs. I also read a lot of books and like writing, so becoming an author could be a potential career path.
It's great that you have so many ideas, but aren't you currently unemployed?
I'm not unemployed. I'm a housewife, so I don't need to work. It's a lot of hard work supporting my family like I do. Also, would you please stop calling me unemployed? You might have to work because you're a single mom, but I have a husband that loves me and wants to take care of me. I don't like being called that word. It's not like I'm unemployed because I can't find a job.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I just want to say that it's not as easy as you think to work and raise a child at the same time. I doubt that any of the jobs that you listed out are easy careers to get into. You don't even work right now.
I'm actually a very capable worker, so I could do any of those jobs if I wanted to. Before I got married, I used to work in a lot of different industries. I've worked as a secretary for a large company before, and I have also worked jobs that require a lot of creativity.
Would you be able to tell me more in detail about your job that required a lot of creativity?
I told you earlier, didn't I? I wrote some short stories, and that requires a lot of creative thinking.
So you've written books before? I thought that you were just saying things that you wanted to do.
Yeah, I have. My books are pretty popular, by the way. Recently, I've been a little busy raising my child, so I haven't been able to do any writing.
I really didn't know about that. I would love to read your books. Would you be able to tell me how to find them?
I've already retired as a writer. If you really want to read my books, then you can find them yourself. Anyway, enough about me. How much do you even earn right now?
That's a little out of nowhere. Do I really have to answer that?
Why don't you want to tell me? Or are you embarrassed or something? Actually, I kind of understand why you don't want to tell me. You wake up early in the morning to deliver newspapers. The amount of money you earn must be so pathetic that you don't want to tell anyone.
You're correct. It's not the kind of amount that I would be happy to tell people.
Stop being so difficult and just tell me. I might be able to help you out in some way. My husband has a lot of great business connections. I think I could ask him to find you a job that's way better than delivering newspapers so early in the morning.
You really are very rude. Even part-time jobs like newspaper delivery is required for our society to function. You need to stop making fun of people that do these kinds of jobs and be thankful for them.
I'm not making fun of them at all. Stop trying to act like the victim all of a sudden. You're just overthinking things. Quit trying to change the subject and just tell me how much you currently earn.
Around $15,000, I think. Are you happy now?
Did you really just say $15,000? Are you serious? How in the world are you living off of a salary of $15,000 a year?
Wait, what? That's not what I meant.
I've got to tell our other mom friends about this. I bet that they've never even seen someone that only earns $15,000 a year. I'm curious as to how you live with such a pathetic salary.
Please don't go around telling people this. It's private information.
How did you guys even get into our kindergarten with that salary? The place is pretty expensive. All the other moms that bring their child are all really rich.
I only chose the kindergarten because it was in a convenient location and the facility looked really nice. I wasn't really worried about how much it cost. I regret making that decision, though, as I have to interact with other moms like you.
So you only decided to make your daughter go there so that you would appear rich from the outside. I feel so sorry for her. She's getting used to try to increase her reputation.
Please stop talking about my daughter like that. That is not why my daughter is attending kindergarten.
Why are you talking so aggressively now? Are you getting angry? How scary. It's your fault that you tried to put yourself in a community that you don't deserve to be in. You and your daughter need to move to another kindergarten for poor people.
I'm sorry, but I regret trying to fit in with you all. Please just leave me alone now.
Don't worry, I will leave you alone. It's bad luck for me to even be talking with someone like you. I've got to go and tell all the other mom friends about this. We do love to talk about this kind of thing after all.
Go ahead. I don't even care anymore. Hey, is it really true that you're inviting everyone over to your place? Even Chloe? Yeah, it's true. If you're free, I'd love for you to come too. Why are you inviting them over? There's going to be so much drama. She's been going around the neighborhood spreading rumors about you delivering newspapers. She's also saying that your yearly salary is $15,000. She's going to be so shocked when she sees your huge house. I wonder what her reaction is going to be like. I have no other choice but to invite her and her friends over. They're being so persistent about it. I decided to invite them over so that they would stop mocking me and calling me poor. I wanted to cut ties with her completely, but I have to see her almost every day when I go pick up my daughter from kindergarten. How about you just straight up tell her how rich you are? It's not like I'm that rich at all. Even the house I live in was something that my dead husband built for us. To be honest, I wanted to live in a slightly smaller house. He insisted that he wanted a big house and then passed away, leaving me to pay all the loans.
If you do invite them all over, they're going to find out about your true identity, though. You've always hidden the fact that you're Mariana Price. You're one of the most popular authors right now. Every book that you release sells out almost instantly.
Yeah, I guess they might find out. It was really nice being able to work without anyone knowing my identity. It's going to be really annoying once everyone finds out. It's not going to be fair for my daughter if she has to attend kindergarten with all the rumors about me flying around. I'm going to move her to another kindergarten once things settle down a little.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. You really are unlucky being targeted by a woman like her.
Yeah, I know, right? It was really early in the morning, so I didn't think anyone would see me delivering newspapers. I can't believe it had to be her that saw me. Like, what are the chances?
You should have just done what I did and pretend to treat her like a queen. I just agreed to whatever she was saying and complimented her. She left me alone right away.
She made fun of me and laughed at me. I'm not going to take that from her. I've had enough of her, so I'm just going to put her in her place. That's why I'm inviting her over to my house.
You really are competitive, aren't you? You've always hated to lose. I'm kind of glad that you're this way, though. It's very entertaining to watch you as your friend. I'm definitely going to be there on the day to see all of their shocked faces. It should be fun to watch you guys battle it out.
It's not even going to be a battle. Hopefully, they all shut up and leave me alone after this weekend.
What are you going to do about Serena, your daughter?
I'm asking my parents to look after her over the weekend. I don't want her interacting with these people.
I see. They must be really happy to hear that they get to spend the weekend with her.
They were over the moon. I'm not even sure that they're going to give her back to me on Sunday. Anyway, everyone's coming over on Saturday, so I hope you make it.
Thanks for the invite. I'll be there for sure. It's going to be so much fun! Hey, which one is your place? I think I'm in the right area, but I can't find a single house that looks old and about to break down.
You just need to come to the address that I sent you. It's a very large house, so I don't think you're going to have any trouble finding it.
A large house? You're joking, right? There's no point lying about it anymore.
I'm not lying at all. Do you see the 3-story house with the blue roof? You should be able to see it from pretty far away. That's where I live.
Are you serious? You live in this house? I know that you want us to respect you, but this is way too much. There's no way you live in a house like this. I know it's a joke, but it's not even funny. It's just sad.
Just come inside.
I kind of understand why you would try to trick us like this, though. Your life must be that pathetic. I just can't imagine the kind of life you live with a salary of $15,000 a year. You're a single mother and poor. I feel so sorry for you.
That's just the monthly salary of my side business.
What? That's not what you told me.
I never even said that it was my yearly salary. I just said $15,000 when you asked me how much I earn. It's not even my main source of income. That's how much I earn every month from the web design business that I do on the side.
There's no way that's possible. Stop with all the jokes. As I told you earlier, it's not even funny. If you do really live here, then you wouldn't be delivering newspapers in the morning.
I was only doing that because I'm sitting at my desk all day while I work. I wanted to do something that would force me to go outside and move around. I didn't want to go to the gym as the membership is kind of expensive and I wouldn't be motivated enough to go every day. That's why I decided to give newspaper delivery a go. It's a job, so I wouldn't be able to skip it even if I wasn't feeling motivated to go outside. I actually kind of enjoyed it and decided to continue doing it.
So you're telling me that you were delivering newspapers as a form of exercise? I guess you really thought about this elaborate lie.
You still don't believe me? How do you want me to prove it? I just thought of a way. Are you in front of my house now?
I'm outside the house that you told me to come to. I know it's not your house, though.
Okay, so you've arrived. I'm going to open the gate now, so please come inside.
Wait, what?
I have the controls to the gate right next to me, so I don't need to come down to let visitors inside. You should hurry up and come inside. All your other moms are already waiting inside.
So you're really telling me that this is your house?
It is. Do you like it?
I don't believe it. This house is so big and luxurious.
Why are you acting so surprised? This house is nothing special. I've been to many houses that are much more spacious and luxurious than this one.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to make fun of me?
You got me! I am, actually. Since you've been making fun of me for such a long time. Would you hurry up and just come inside? Everyone is waiting for you.
Wait, please hold on for just a minute.
That's what I thought. You don't know what to say to all your mom friends after the rumors you spread about me. I heard that you were boasting about how rich you were compared to me.
There's no way that you made all this money by yourself. You probably just had a rich family or something.
Well, this house was built by my husband. It's not the kind of house that I wanted.
I knew it. There's no way you bought this house with your own money. Your husband must have left you for another woman, right? You're not very attractive after all. I'm sure that the guy that married you must have been so dumb. I have no idea why anyone would choose you.
My husband passed away a while ago. That's why I'm a single mother.
Are you serious? He died? Crap. I'm sorry if I offended you.
He died in a car accident 1 year after we got married and he bought this house. I guess he was dumb and selfish for dying alone like that and leaving me and our daughter.
I'm really sorry about that. I didn't know that he had died. You should have told me about it earlier. I hope that he is resting in peace.
You don't need to worry about it. It all happened a while ago. I was just a little surprised by the way you've been treating me over the past few months. Why were you looking down on me so much when you're not the one that earns the salary in your family? It's your husband doing all the hard work and not you. You don't have the right to call me poor. It's not you that's rich after all. You don't even work at all.
What are you talking about? I'm a very busy woman and I don't need you to talk to me like this. I work very hard every single day.
Oh, really? What do you do? I do remember saying that you do jobs that require creativity from time to time.
That's right. I'm actually an author. I do some writing while also being a housewife. I actually make around the same amount of money as my husband.
Wow, that's so amazing. Do you make all that money as an author?
Yeah, that's right. You shouldn't think of me as just a normal housewife.
Would you be able to tell me the name of the books you wrote then?
Why should I do that?
Well, you just said that you earn just as much as your husband. You must be pretty famous then, right? I would love to read your books and hear more about the way you write. As a fellow writer, I would love to introduce myself as well.
Introduce yourself. What are you talking about?
I'm actually an author as well. I go by the name of Mariana Price.
Are you serious? Mariana Price?
Yes, I would love to get to know you better, seeing as we're both litterateurs. Would you hurry up and come inside now?
Actually, it's okay now. I've decided that I'm going to go home for today.
That's very unfortunate. Would you just tell me your pen name then? I love to read books as well as write them, so I'm sure that I would recognize your name once you tell me.
Are you seriously telling me that you're Mariana Price?
I am. If you come inside the house, I have lots of ways to prove it.
I am not coming inside your house. Still, if you really are Mariana Price, then you really have no talent in writing. All of your books are so boring to read. You're just popular because you got lucky.
Thanks for the precious feedback. I would love to become a better writer, so please would you tell me the name of your book so that I can learn from them?
I told you that I'm not going to tell you the name of my books. I wouldn't want you to plagiarize my work after all.
Fine then. Would it be okay if I asked your husband about your books then? He's at my house with the rest of us. I can ask him right now if you don't mind.
Wait, what? Tom is here? Why would you invite him?
He's waiting for you inside. I needed to tell him something, and that's why I invited him over. I accidentally saw you the other day when I was delivering newspapers in the morning. You were kissing a man that I didn't recognize. He was much taller than Tom and had blonde hair, so I instantly knew it wasn't him.
You didn't tell him about any of this, did you? You don't even know what you saw.
Unfortunately, I told him already. That was the only reason I invited him over. I think I would feel guilty about it if I knew about you cheating and kept quiet about it.
Are you serious? How could you betray me like that? I'm definitely going to make you pay for this.
He seems to be really furious with you. I feel a lot better now that it's not a secret between just me and you. It's really not healthy to keep secrets after all.
Why did you have to tell him about it? I thought we were friends.
Friends? Did you really think that we would still be friends after what you did to me? I also checked with him to see if you really were an author. Sounds like you lied about that as well.
I'm not lying. I can explain. What am I meant to do now that he knows about me cheating on him? He's going to divorce me and kick me out of the house thanks to you.
Who knows? It's not my problem. You need to take responsibility for what you did. Why don't you find a job where you can use your creativity skills that you were boasting about? Chloe decided to go home without even coming into the house to see everyone. Her husband was so furious that he decided to get a divorce right away. He got a divorce lawyer and managed to win the house and all their savings as he was the rightful owner. Chloe ended up getting kicked out of his house and tried to move into the house of the guy that she was sleeping with. That didn't work, since he turned out to be married and decided that he wanted to stay with his wife, so she had nowhere to go. She had no money, no job, and no place to live, so she asked all of her mom friends for some help. Unfortunately for her, no one wanted to help, probably because she was always so arrogant and looked down on everyone. After losing everything, she decided to move back into her parents' place in the countryside. Currently, she works a part-time job in the countryside, living a very lonely life. I hope that she stays there and doesn't come back to the city, as it's a lot more peaceful here without her. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.
Hey Patricia, don't bother showing up to the wedding today. You're only gonna ruin it for everyone.
What are you talking about? You can't have a wedding without the bride there. What's the matter? Are you a bit nervous now that it's finally the big day? Are you thinking about finally seeing me walk down that aisle?
What do you mean? You're not the bride today. Don't make me laugh. Besides, who would want to see a giant naked mole rat like you in a wedding dress?
Okay, that joke was taking it a little far to be honest, but I have to get ready today so I won't be able to text much. But I can't wait to see you at our wedding, darling.
Did you even read my message? I said I don't want you to show up today. Do you understand me? Don't even bother getting ready. You might as well just stay in bed all day today.
Wait, sorry. I don't quite think I'm following anymore. We need to get ready for the wedding. We need to make sure that we get to the venue by noon.
Of course I'm ready. I've been ready.
Oh, well, that's a relief. I was a bit worried there for a second. I thought you might have been trying to tell me that you slept in or something. I don't know. But I'm glad that you're feeling good enough to joke around today.
No, listen to me. I am not joking around with you, okay? Don't even bother leaving the house today. I'm serious. And don't bother getting ready. You won't be able to leave the home anyway.
Is this another joke? Sorry, I'm really confused with all these texts. Are you feeling okay? It is totally normal to be nervous on a day like today.
I'm not nervous, and I'm not joking. I'm getting married today, just not to you. Why would I want to be with you anyways? You are so ugly and always a downer. And not only that, but you lied to me. Do you really expect me to believe that your family has their own company? I wouldn't call that little hole in the wall your parents run a company.
Sorry, why are you saying all of this to me right now? We are getting married later today. And I wasn't lying to you. The store may be small, but my father still does run the company.
I don't really care what you think. Just do as I say and don't bother showing up, alright? I will never marry a liar like you. So let me say it again so it's perfectly clear. Do not show up at my wedding today. Not that you'll be able to leave anyways.
Warren, are you really being serious right now? Are you canceling our wedding on the day of? What are we supposed to tell all the guests that we invited today?
Don't worry, I'll just tell everyone that it was you who canceled at the last minute.
What do you mean?
Because you weren't able to make it to the wedding.
What do you mean? I can definitely make it. I really am not following what you're saying right now. Besides, we already have some family and friends who've come from pretty far just to be here. What are we going to say to them if I don't show up and the wedding is canceled?
Don't worry, I've already thought of everything. My plan is perfect. And as for you, let me tell you how I feel about you. You have got a face like a baboon's butt and a personality to match. And I hate hearing you talk. All you ever do is drone on and on about stupid stuff.
I'm sorry, but I'm really not enjoying this joke or whatever this is. I know we aren't supposed to see each other before getting married, but I really think we should talk before the ceremony starts.
Don't even bother. Besides, I've been trying to tell you that you can't even leave your room right now.
What do you mean? Am I grounded or something? I'm not a kid, I can do what I want.
Okay then, see what happens when you try and leave your apartment.
Hold on. Hey, what the heck is this? Why can't I open my door?
See? I told you so. You couldn't even make it to the wedding if you tried now.
What did you do? What is going on, Warren?
Oh, I just took the liberty of blocking up your door a bit this morning so that you can't go out. I bought the most expensive cement I could at the hardware store and plugged up your door. It was actually really hard work doing that so late at night.
Wait, were you serious? Why would you do something like this? If you really wanted to cancel the wedding that badly, we could have just talked. You didn't need to go and cement my door shut.
Why do you keep talking about canceling the wedding? I'm still going to be getting married today.
Warren, are you alright? Did you hit your head or something? I don't understand what you're saying anymore.
I've all but spelled it out for you at this point. Do you really need me to just come out and say it though? I am not marrying you today. I'm marrying someone else. My soulmate.
Your soulmate. Okay, now I'm really worried for you. What are you talking about?
I'm over you. We're through. I found a much prettier, much wealthier girl who I'm gonna marry instead.
I don't really think that's gonna go well for you. I mean, the room will be half filled with my friends and family. How do you think they're gonna take this?
I told you that I already thought of everything. I drove around all night and cemented the doors of your friends and family too. I even went to your parents and plugged up every door and window. But before that, I slipped a letter under their doors explaining that you were canceling the wedding. Then I invited my true love's family and friends instead.
Are you out of your mind? This is getting crazy. I'm calling my dad.
I'm afraid you won't be doing that actually. Don't you remember that they signed up onto my cell phone plan? Well, I canceled the contract. None of you have any service.
Is that why a few months ago you were so urgent about them getting on your plan? You told me that it was just because it would be a lot cheaper.
I told you that my plan is perfect, truly flawless.
I don't believe this. This is insane. What is wrong with you?
That's right. Now you can only message me on this app as long as you have Wi-Fi. Anyways, I have a lot to get ready for. I have a big day ahead. And don't bother crying over this. It's just gonna make you look that much uglier.
My name is Patricia, and I'm a 28-year-old accountant. I started dating Warren about 3 years ago, and today was supposed to be our wedding date. But then, Warren did something that I would have never expected from him. And in all the years of dating, I never even noticed that he was actually just after my family's money. This is all because I mentioned to him that my dad owned his company when we first started dating. He asked some questions about how big my dad's company was and how much money it made, but I really didn't think much of it at the time. I had no idea that he was hiding his true self so well behind that mask of his. I also had no idea that the man I was supposed to marry was this stupid. I was furious, and the thought of being tricked by a man who I truly believed loved me for who I was?
Hey, Patricia, what the heck is going on over here? Your dad burst into the wedding venue screaming his head off at me. He ruined the whole ceremony.
Oh no, really? I thought that you canceled their phone plans though. It sure is a good thing that Wi-Fi exists. We all have communication apps. But it really is too bad that he had to ruin your special day.
I can't believe this. My plan was flawless. Well, even if you could get a hold of them, how the heck did they break out of their house? I made sure that they were sealed in. Even the windows were closed off. They shouldn't have been able to escape. How did they break out of my trap so easily?
Did you really think that you'd be able to get away with all of this so easily, Warren?
But I literally put up a physical barrier to stop them from leaving their house. She told me it would work.
Who told you? Your so-called true love? I thought this was all your brilliant plan.
Aw, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't I? I know that this other woman of yours is an heiress to a construction company.
How do you know that about her? Were you stalking us or something? I wouldn't put it past a creep like you, though. Anyway, you have to do something about your dad. He's causing a whole scene over here and ruining my big day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did your cask of Amontillado ass plan not work how you wanted it to?
Maybe he was able to break out because he's such a little shrimp of a man. He is barking everywhere around here like some kind of feral chihuahua.
Are you really sure that you should be talking about my dad like that, Warren?
What do you mean? You already know that I'm about to marry the heiress of a construction company. Why do I have to fear a family of nobodies like yours? Oh yeah, I'm so scared of your tiny dad and his tiny business. President of his own company, my butt. I wouldn't call that little shack your folks run a company, okay? A shady business like that is better off being leveled to the ground. I know. I'll ask my soon-to-be new wife to convince her father to buy up the land your parents' store is on and smash it to smithereens. How does that sound?
Okay then, why don't you try asking your dad right now and see what he says?
You really do not want to test me. He is a really powerful man.
Oh really? Because he actually came all the way to my apartment to help me break out of it. He had to stop by my parents' place to help them first, so it took a while for him to get here.
Oh, please, you can't fool me. You need to stop it with all of these lies. Besides, why would the president of a company be helping you all out anyways?
Maybe because he's undoing the mess that his daughter caused for us? Unlike her, he seems to have a good head on his shoulders.
What are you talking about? What is he doing there?
I think that you guys have gotten a lot of things wrong in this little plan of yours. You see, my dad actually runs one of the largest firms in the country, and the construction owned by your soon-to-be father-in-law is actually a business that my father works with often. So, if you want to know why your father-in-law is here, it's because he came to apologize profusely to all of us.
Oh, please, I didn't buy your lie then, and I'm certainly not going to be buying it now. If that was really true, then why does your family work out of that crappy little hut?
Because that was my dad's office when he started his company so many years ago. He keeps it to remind him of his roots and to keep him humble through all his success. Of course, the real HQ is far from here in the heart of the city.
But why didn't you ever tell me any of this?
It wasn't like I was trying to hide it or anything from you. I mean, the sign for my dad's company was hanging above his office. Didn't you see it?
No, who looks up at signs these days? You should have told me. You not telling me is the same as you hiding it from me.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I literally brought you to the company president's office. But I didn't really think there was any need to highlight that point any further. None of us really like to show off all of the wealth we have. My dad says that it's unbecoming for people to do that.
This is ridiculous. I don't believe this. Well then, okay, let's get married. Get over here right now.
What the heck are you even saying? There's no way that I'm ever gonna marry you now. You're out of your mind if you think that's gonna happen.
But it's like you said, this was supposed to be our wedding day.
And just who do you think is the one responsible for ruining any chance of that wedding ever happening?
But this morning you were so eager and ready to marry me, weren't you? You can still make it to the venue if you hurry.
Oh wow, I guess I really never noticed until now just how much of an idiot you really are. At first I thought it was just an act to seem cute and aloof, but no, you really are just that dumb.
Oh please, as if I'm the only one acting here. You pretended to be much poorer than you really are. If I'd known that, then I would have treated you way, way better.
Well, in that case, I suppose it really is a good thing that you revealed to me your true colors before we ended up actually getting married. Anyways, how are things over there? You managed to get a handle on my dad yet?
That's right. I still have your dad here, and you wouldn't want anything to happen to him, right? Don't forget that I used to get into a lot of fights back in the day.
What even is that? Are you really trying to flex on my dad right now? You can try laying a finger on him and see what happens.
Don't worry, I promise not to move a hair on his tiny little head if you just come here and marry me already.
And instead you just chose to double down on your threats? I really don't think you know what you're asking for.
What do you mean? Do you really think that I won't be able to take on your pipsqueak of a dad? I'll pulverize him. He may be a company president, but those titles mean nothing on the streets. So get over here and marry me. Then I can take over your father's business and have everything I could ever dream of.
Try it then. Go fight my dad. Make sure someone takes a video. But you should know that he has a black belt in Aikido and was the top of his weight class back in his kickboxing days. He even almost made it to the Olympics as well. So if you really think that you can take someone like that on, then please be my guest.
Wait, what? There is no way that a tiny little guy like your dad is that strong.
Yeah, you're right. You should just go and try to knock him out just to prove me wrong. But you might find out that the little chihuahua comes with a strong bite.
Wait, no, screw that. Well, then what should I do?
Beats me. You figure it out. I mean, you got yourself this far with your fiance's master plan, right?
I'm not joking around here. You need to help me out.
If you want my advice, I suggest you pay me back for the wedding before I sue you for it. I think you owe me somewhere in the ballpark of $30,000. I'm afraid that your fiancé and her father are also about to come under some legal heat for their company's involvement in cementing up homes.
Wait, come on, you don't have to go this far. It was just a little prank.
I'm not done yet. We're also going to be suing for all of the damage your little stunt caused to my apartment and my parents' house, which will probably be another $30,000 or so.
What are you talking about? You know that I can't pay something like that. Look at me. My whole life plan was to marry rich. I even quit my job already.
Well, I guess you better start looking for another one, huh?
Oh, come on, baby. Don't be like this. Don't you still love me? We can get through this. This is just a little rough patch. Years later, this will all just be a big joke for us. Oh, please. I'm serious. Don't do this to me, Patricia.
The only joke that I see here is you, Warren. You need to take responsibility for what you did here today. I've already contacted the police, so you might want to start looking into some loans to be able to pay us what you owe. Oh, and do try and reflect on your actions a little too, you scumbag.
Oh, baby, please. You can't do this to me. We were supposed to get married today.
And we almost did too, till you ruined everything. Now, goodbye, Warren.
Wait, no, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Please, you can't just leave me like this. Oh, please don't sue me.
After that, the scene at the wedding venue continued to fall apart, and eventually the whole crowd was furious with Warren. Both him and his heiress fiancée were run out of their own wedding by the guests. They were both disinherited by their parents, and his fiancée was fired from her father's company. And that was all before they were forced to pay monetarily for their actions. The fiancé also ended up being arrested as the mastermind behind the cement scheme and was made to pay for all the damage that she caused to my family's properties. In the end, she had to pay close to $300,000 and ended up with a criminal record. As for me, I learned my lesson and will make sure I really know how someone is deep down before marrying them. I just hope that after this ordeal, I can learn to trust someone again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.